If you talk to your grandparents or even maybe your parents and complain about the interest rates on where they're at right now in 2023, they're probably going to laugh a little bit because they endured 4 recessions. They endured 4 cycles of unemployment, and they endured interest rates at 7% all the way up to 18%. So before you go to the kitchen table while you're eating dinner and complain about where rates at, that you can't afford a house, I'm just warning you, okay? Your parents or your grandparents might laugh a little bit because they have that badge of honor or that tattoo that has their interest rate embedded in their body, and they're going to tell you like, hey, if I could buy a property at this price point and these rates, you can too. So I don't want to hear no complaining. And then they might even throw in, you had your chance 3 years ago or 4 years ago when interest rates were 2 and 3%, where I would have took advantage, but you were just a little scared that the market was going to crash. And here we are. Nothing's really happening. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Victor Worth. I'm a local real estate agent and investor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Phoenix real estate, your first house, second house, or investment property, know that we have your back here in Phoenix, Arizona. Not only have we bought and sold many properties and helped clients move in to their first property, but also have helped clients buy investment properties here in Phoenix, Arizona. And with all that said, all my information is below. Click the link. There's my phone number. We love to coach you and guide you in doing the right decision here while you're thinking about buying here in Phoenix, Arizona. So that being said, let's get back to this video. Now, I definitely like to start off with telling the truth about what's going on with the Phoenix real estate market, and what's happening here is I subscribe to some data called the Crawford Report. Is I pay some money and I bring that information and I turn it into layman's terms and present it to you so you can make a sound decision when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing here in some real estate. So the first thing I want to touch base is on some interest rates. Now, some of y'all have been saying, hey, these rates are high, and I get it. Of course they're high. I mean, they're higher than what they were in the previous 2 to 3 years or 4 years, but we're still seeing some demand here. We're still helping out some clients, but it's going to come down to making the right decision for you. So what I want to get to here is let's get into the mortgage rates of what's happening here currently in Phoenix, Arizona, and across the United States. So you can see here by this chart is we are sitting as of today about 7.28%. Now you're saying, well, man, that's really, really high, Victor. Well, it's higher than what we were programmed in our mind what rates were at. Is if you could come back here and you see if we click the 5-year, yes, we were down here at 4.86%, which was in September of 2018. And we did get as low as 2.78% in 2021 in June. Now, this all has to do with the economy of kind of like slowing down inflation and getting the U.S. economy under control. But now, as you can see, as rates gone up, you still have the opportunity to buy in at 7% and use a buy down program, right? By using closing costs from the seller to buy down your interest rate and get you into the 6s, mid 6s, or even the high 5s, which is still a great rate right now. But you missed your opportunity. If you were waiting for home prices to crash and come down and you were waiting for rates, you thought rates were going to stay here this low for quite some time, well, of course, you have lost your opportunity, but you haven't lost the game yet. Is if you're still looking for long-term, this is going to be a long-term hold, okay, guys? You're going to have to stay in your property for quite some time. You're not going to be able to buy it, live in it for quite some time, for more than 2 years, and sell it for $100,000 to $200,000 of profit like your friends or your coworkers have done, or some of your family members. So keeping that in your mindset is this is going to be a long-term purchase. You're going to have to stay in it for 5 to 7 years. And while appreciation goes up and you pay down your principal, you're going to earn that equity so you can sell and move up, or sell and leave the state, or do what you need to do beneficially. But that's where rates at right now. Mortgage News Daily is the app that I use on my cell phone. When clients ask me, hey, can you give me a quote on what my payment would be? I go directly to there. I use that rate, plug it into my app, and give you the monthly mortgage payment. So I suggest you download it on your phone. It gives you a lot of great information on news about the interest rates. So download it now. I'm not affiliated. Just want to give you the knowledge. MortgageNewsDaily.com. Now, I kind of want to dig deep into inventory As of today, as you see this video and as I shoot this video, we only have 10,451 homes for sale. Now, you may be thinking that's a lot of homes, but not for Maricopa County and Pinal County. Okay. When we are in a balanced market, 30,000 homes for sale must be on the market where no buyer or seller has the advantage against each other. Right now, we are still in a seller's market. And if you look at what's out there right now, as far as inventory, there is slim pickings. So what I want you to consider is if you are looking to make the move in purchasing a house, investment home, etc., you have to be prepared. Meaning that you must have your pre-qual in hand. Okay, you must have been able to talk to a lender, know what your payment's going to be, know what you're pre-qualified for, because if that house hits the market, you're ready to go see it and put an offer, because there is a bidding war. And in my next video, I will tell you that our listing had 45 showings and 10 offers. Okay, so there's still a bidding war if you're thinking about buying a house in certain parts of Maricopa County. Now, the reason why I say this is you want to be prepared with all your documentation is because you don't want to do it half A backwards, if you know what I'm saying. A $sign, right? A $sign. You want to do it half backwards. So you want to be prepared, because if that house hits the market and then you're scrambling to get pre-qualified and you have to train all these documents, by the time you do that, that house is going to be off the market. Somebody else is going to get it, and you're going to kick yourself in the B-U-T-T, right? The B-U-T-T. So anyways, with that being said, is make sure you are prepared before you go and looking at houses, because once that house hits the market and either you or your wife or your significant other or your partner says, I really want that house, and you're not ready, well, you're going to be stuck. I'm sorry, you're going to be stuck. So the last point I want to make, if you are a home buyer or investor and you're trying to figure out what's going on with the Phoenix real estate market, is where our price is going to go down. Okay. Prices have already gone down. They have gone up, and we are kind of in a stable market, slightly rising right now. Now, it all goes back to supply and demand. Demand has slowed down a little bit, but our supply has not grown. But now this supply is going to increase a little bit, so you'll have more opportunities to find a house that you truly like. So you got to think about it as sellers. Like, the sellers who are selling are the ones who want to sell to either move out of the state, move up, or downsize. So those are the people who are selling their houses. People are not just going to put their house on the market when they have a 2.5 to 4% interest rate and looking at the market and seeing, man, there's not really a lot of homes out there for sale that makes me want to sell my house and move to another home. So that's why we have an inventory shortage. There's not many sellers putting their house at the market because there's not really that much inventory to go look and see, like, hey, if I'm going to sell my house, I'm going to upgrade. And then it comes to the cost, the affordability, right? Is my payments right now is like $1,200 to $1,500. Why am I going to go buy the same house, smaller square footage, and my payment's going to be $3,000 or $3,500? So you gotta really calculate all this and put yourself in the seller's mindset. Like, why is there not much inventory? Okay, so should you wait? It's personally going to be up to you, right? If you're renting and paying north of like $2,000 to $3,500 to $4,000, you might want to look at the market and be like, man, I better just go ahead and purchase, because Arizona is now looking like California. I am serious. Like, these prices, sometimes it's unaffordable. And if you look at California, most people rent for most of their lives. They're not able to purchase. Well, with income levels, with the income that people make here in Arizona, is kind of looking like California as well. And I call it Calazona. So it's really going to be up to you. But if you can afford it, I suggest you jump in, because it's not going to get any prettier. And the reason why I say that is I know you guys probably be like, oh, he's just trying to sell you something. No, I'm not trying to sell you something. What I want to do is I want to show you exactly where the charts are at. So here we are. This is the chart of the median sales price, as you can see here. Let me blow this up for you. And right now, we are at $474,200. This is the median sales price across Maricopa County and Pinal. But you can see here is we were at $515 in May of 2022. We dropped all the way down to here to $440. We had gone back up in June of 2023, a little slight dip. And you can see here is we think that it's going to stay stable here. So median sales price is about 474,200. And this is the chart right here. As you can see, it has gone up since 2014, folks, where you could have bought a house for $200,000. So this is why I say Calzona. This is exactly the chart I show my clients, and this is the decision that they have to make and be like, hey, should I wait or should I buy? And then we go through the scenarios of how much you're paying for rent, right? Or how much is your mortgage payment now? If you're looking to upgrade, if you're renting, if you're looking to buy, what that formula looks like, what the math looks like, what your down payment, what your mortgage payment is going to be. And it's ultimately going to be up to you because you're the one who has to make the decision. The hardest thing is making a decision for yourself, for your family, for your future. But I'm telling you, as rents are rising, and they have rose significantly here in Arizona, it's going to get a little bit more nastier, especially if these rates go down. This inventory is going to go down, and it's going to be a lot of slim pickings. So once again, my name is Victor Huerta. All my information is below. If you're looking about buying, selling, or investing in Phoenix real estate, know that I'm your guy to coach you and mentor you in making the smart decision here in Phoenix, Arizona, because the real estate market is a little tricky. You got to know the data, you got to know the truth, you got to know the facts, you got to know the figures, and you have to have a great team behind you supporting you. With all that being said, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share this video as we're trying to grow our channel and push this content, truthful content, out to others just like you who are thinking about making that decision. Once again, we'll see you guys on the next video.